What if you were trapped on a 7-hour flight that suddenly turned into a high-stakes hostage crisis? That's exactly what happens in the gripping series, Hijack. The story kicks off on a seemingly normal flight from Dubai to London. On board is Sam Nelson, a sharp business negotiator played by the incredible Idris Elba. He's just trying to get home to sort things out with his wife, but his plans are about to be seriously derailed. Shortly after takeoff, the cabin's calm is shattered. A group of passengers, who are anything but ordinary tourists, pull out guns and take control of the plane. This isn't your typical, chaotic hijacking. These criminals are organized, disciplined, and clearly working on a well-thought-out plan. It becomes obvious that this isn't about random violence, it's about something much bigger. As panic starts to bubble up among the passengers, Sam knows that fighting back with force would be a death sentence for everyone. So, he decides to use his greatest weapon, his words. He's a master negotiator, and he starts to carefully insert himself into the situation. He begins talking to the hijackers, not as a hero, but as someone trying to understand them. He slowly builds a fragile trust, trying to de-escalate the tension and steer them away from hurting anyone. Every word, every glance is a calculated move in a deadly chess game at 30,000 feet. Meanwhile, back on the ground in the UK, air traffic controllers notice something is very wrong. The flight is off course, and communication is lost. Government officials are thrown into a frantic scramble. They have to make an impossible choice: shoot the plane down to prevent a potential attack on London, or trust that a peaceful resolution is possible, risking hundreds of lives. As fighter jets are scrambled to shadow the plane, the situation becomes an international political nightmare. Back on the plane, the tension is unbearable. One brave but reckless passenger tries to be a hero and fight back, but it only leads to violence, making Sam's job even harder. He's trying to keep a lid on a pressure cooker that's about to explode. As he listens to the hijackers, he starts to piece together the real reason for all this. They're not working for themselves. They're puppets in a much larger criminal operation, designed to force the release of a powerful crime boss who is pulling the strings from the shadows. The passengers are just pawns in their game, but Sam is always thinking 2 steps ahead. He identifies the weak link in the hijacking crew, a younger, more hesitant accomplice who seems terrified and full of doubt. Sam starts working on him, trying to appeal to his conscience, to turn him. At the same time, he's a master of subtlety. He manages to pass coded messages and clues to the outside world, helping the authorities on the ground understand the true nature of the plot. He's fighting a war on 2 fronts, one inside the plane, and one with the people trying to help from the outside. As the plane gets closer and closer to London, time is running out. Then, a breakthrough. News hits that the criminal mastermind has been captured. This sends shockwaves through the hijackers. Their plan has failed, and their unity crumbles. One of them, now desperate and with nothing to lose, decides he'd rather crash the plane and kill everyone than be taken alive. This forces Sam into a final, terrifying confrontation. It's his last chance to use his skills to talk a desperate man down from the edge of oblivion. In the final, heart-pounding moments before landing, a chaotic struggle breaks out in the cockpit. It's a nail-biting fight for control, but just in the nick of time, the plane is stabilized and touches down safely. Armed police storm the aircraft, the hijackers are arrested, and the exhausted, terrified passengers can finally breathe. Sam steps off the plane not to a hero's welcome in his own mind, but just as a man who survived. The media and authorities praise him, but his real victory is a personal one. He realizes that after negotiating for the lives of hundreds of strangers, the most important negotiation of his life is the one waiting for him at home with his family. Hijack is a masterclass in tension, showing that sometimes the most powerful weapon in a gun, but a well-chosen word. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Hijack. See you next time.